Good morning, good morning. Today, I don't even know what day it is. It's May 6th, I think, because yesterday was Cinco de Mayo. So today is your reading for May 6th. We're going to actually start off today with an oracle card from Star Codes Astro. And I'm getting that it's this one. Bam. Yeah, deliberated. Number 14, discomfort. That's really interesting because I was supposed to do a reading yesterday and I felt really uncomfortable about it. I felt like somebody really needed to hear that reading, and I'm sorry that I could not get myself out of that funk. But let me see what it said. Okay, go ahead and pause if you want to read that all yourself, but I'm just going to read to you a couple parts. If you put a well-organized city dweller deep in the wild woods, they'd be accidentally debilitated. I don't know why I said deliberated. Sorry, that was my dyslexia. Debilitated. Out of their element and pushed to live up to their potential. They may be uncomfortable, but the situation offers a chance to stretch further and develop their soul. You can pause to read that by yourself too. And it says basically, you're being gifted you are being challenged to grow in ways you can't predict. So you're being gifted this challenge to grow. You're being asked to diversify, stretch, and strengthen your weak muscles. So if you're not able, it basically says like, if you're not able to do something like this, just know that it's your turn to pass the ball off to somebody else who is going to be the leader, who is going to run with it. Only you can decide if it is your time to take on this challenge, but know that this experience encourages you to basically be strengthening these muscles, but also to love yourself in the quiet moments. Because it says that you can basically easily slip into self-doubt and self-pity. So be aware that not all challenges are going to be for you, basically. And it's going to be something that's going to be uncomfortable. Maybe you're not used to possibly rooting other people on, or maybe it's going to be, I'm getting something political. Maybe you're being called to help diversify somebody else's mindset. And at first, because they have maybe beliefs that go against everything that you believe in, it might be very uncomfortable for you. But sometimes, we need to be builders. We need to be able to build up other people, whether that's your child. You wouldn't break down your child. You build them up. You're creating this community. You're creating people to be able to know. Like, I was at a wedding a couple weeks ago, and I was told, well, how can you be here? You're married to a woman. If you knew that your family were, a different beliefs than you, how can you justify being here? And I said, well, because they've never shown me anything but love. And, that guy right there who's getting married, he's my right-hand man. How can you justify something like that when policies and all of that? And I basically said, I can do a whole lot more good here than I can if I was to cut them out of my life. I can't be planting seeds of change, if I'm justifying their hate. If I tell them, hey, I want nothing to do with you unless you believe exactly what I believe, what's that telling them? That's telling them I don't have unconditional love for you. And I'm only going to be here if you do exactly what I say. And isn't that exactly what they're fighting for? They want everybody to do exactly what they say. So I don't know. That's just my rant. But I don't know why I'm telling you guys that. I'm being called to tell you that weird story. I'm sorry if that feels a little uncomfortable as a truth, but debilitated. You got that discomfort and that debilitation. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like you've worked really hard, and it's time for you to sit back and watch the fruits of your efforts come forth. And that possibly has something to do with the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the in-between. She's the one who is between the black and the white. She's the one who is a culmination of the spirit and religion. She is fertility, but she is also cloaked in this motherly gown that completely clothes her body, even though, you have the fruit in the background that is fertility. So she is all that a person should encompass in a way, but not everybody can, because that is not their destiny. But it looks like this is kind of your destiny, to be able to see between what you were taught and what you are to believe. You have to temper those ideas. You have to temper those beliefs. You need to find the ability to both be on land and water at the same time, and to be part of the earth, but also be divine. And with King of Pentacles is giving me the same vibes, where he is, not part of his castle anymore, but he is out in nature, but he's also on the grounds of the castle. And it's almost telling you, like, know your place, know where it is that you can best rule. And sometimes that is from the background, just like the discomfort, just like debilitated was showing us. And yeah, that can lead to a happy life if you can just get through this discomfort. It's possible that the best thing for you also is to make sure you're practicing gratitude. Go out of your way while you're going through this discomfort state. Make sure you go out of your way and look at the small blessings in life. Maybe that's something in nature. Maybe that's doing art. Make something. If you can't come up with something to be grateful for, make it yourself. It doesn't matter how bad you are. That's not the point of art. Art is an expression. Art is a way to get in touch with your feelings and to express it to the world. But look at all that you have. And that'll help you through this debilitating time.